How do you anti-air perfectly in Street Fighter V or any other fighting game? Hi, I'm Joel Rogan. I'm one of the best players in North America, Street Fighter V. I get asked this question all the time because when I play, my anti-airs are near perfect. If you're excited about Street Fighter 6 and want to get a head start on getting ready, you should watch this video because it'll help you with anti-airs. And even if you think you're good at anti-airs, I think you should watch this video too because it has some tips that I've never heard anyone give about anti-airing. And my anti-airs are perfect, so I think you should listen to me. There's two parts of anti-airing. Knowing what anti-air to use given the situation and actually executing the anti-air in the heat of battle. In my opinion, the first half of anti-airing is pretty simple, and pretty much every Street Fighter player knows how to do it. Knowing what anti-air to use is a pretty basic part of learning a character. This is something you can learn very easily, though sometimes it's a little bit complicated. Some characters it's hard to anti-air from certain angles, you have to do air-to-airs and stuff, but most of the time it's pretty simple to learn. The second part of anti-airing is actually executing it during a match, which is the much harder half of this. I've literally never heard anyone give this specific piece of advice, but it's worked out phenomenally for me. Whenever you're playing someone, no matter what, go for the anti-air, if the option is available to you, even if it risks getting hit. I think long term it'll work out for you. So many players just block jump-ins. I don't think you should ever block a jump-in. Honestly. That's why I have perfect anti-airs, because if I miss the anti-air, I get hit. I take huge damage. It's something I've never heard someone recommend before, but it's worked out so well for me. I have perfect anti-airs pretty much. Even in tournament I do this. My anti-airs aren't on, I'll just get hit. I won't even block it. I think it's worked out so well for me because it's incredibly painful to get hit by everyone's anti-air. Then you focus especially on anti-airing properly. And it's pretty frustrating to just do an anti-air and get hit by a jump-in, like a failed anti-air, but it'll work out in the end. I promise you, it'll work out. Just let yourself get hit. You'll feel really bad about not having good anti-airs. Too many players are too satisfied with just blocking anti-airs, which is terrible. It's even worse, in my opinion. Another piece of advice that I don't really hear very often, but is crucial for anti-airing with DP characters with a Shoryuken, is to always be moving back and forth in neutral. Moving back and forth in neutral will keep the input DP like open to you at all times. Because the DP starts with forward, you basically complete a third of the input just by doing this. Especially for cross-cutting. Because cross-cutting starts with forward and then you pull it back. This is how I get perfect anti-air DPs. And if you combine these two strategies with a DP character, you probably won't miss any. No matter the spacing, that's what's so effective about it. For characters without a DP, you can also do this similarly by always being available to your anti-air like option input-wise. If I want to anti-air with this, I'll hold down a lot, like this. Or if air-to-air is my best anti-air, I'll be like holding back a lot. You know, just always being ready for it. That's how you get good at anti-airs. Let me know if this helped you guys in the comments. Or if you guys have any other questions about how to get perfect anti-airs, ask me.